guys.
All right, guys.
We are back.
Where we stopped was the Francis Ngannou's footstep following Randy Couture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you think leaving UFC will eventually favor Francis Ngannou? And
Definitely.
before you answer that, maybe you might want to give us a little bit, story of Francis Ngannou,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Francis is my favorite fighter, modern day. If you don't know who he is, he fights at heavyweight in the UFC. He cuts weight to make 265. He has like and he has like an 8-pack. Yeah, he looks like a lightweight. It's crazy. Yeah, we haven't seen too many people with those kind of genetics built like that in the UFC.
Wow.
But I kind of lost track of where it's going.
Fighting at 265.
Yes.
The genetics.
Yeah, so his backstory, he's from Cameroon.
Cameroon, yeah.
Yeah, and then you said he moved to Nigeria?
No, okay, I say this. I think he was born in Cameroon, but to a Nigerian parent.
Oh,
because
gotcha.
from his last name, it's a Nigerian last name.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds Nigerian.
Right.
And you know how immigrants come to US and they have their kid in US. Technically, their kid is gonna claim America, right?
Right.
But if you go, their parent is from somewhere else, right? Say me now, say I have a kid in America, right? My kids, they're gonna claim US, right? But I'm from Nigeria.
Right.
And pretty much, they're from Nigeria, but by birth, they're American. So that's what I'm thinking with Francis Ngannou. On the Google page, he says he's Cameroonian. But with his last name, I think the last name is a Nigerian last name.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and he actually, like right now, he has the Guinness Book of World Records for world's strongest punch ever recorded.
yeah.
And a lot of it comes from his background.
You know what Dana White said?
What?
He said he can hit harder than Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, a lot
I saw
harder.
it on the internet yesterday.
Yeah, a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. He basically did like slave labor his whole life.
Wow.
And he was homeless.
Homeless?
Before, yeah, he was homeless.
Where?
Working every day.
Where, in America or in
His country.
his country? Okay.
Yeah, he worked in a sand mine.
Wow.
So every day he would take a shovel and go into the sand mines and throw sand into the bed of a truck behind him and fill up the bed of the trucks. And you can see videos and pictures of it online.
Okay.
It's crazy, but that has a lot to do with how much power he generates in his punches and stuff.
You said something about his hook yesterday.
Yeah, his shovel hook.
Shovel hook?
Yeah, his shovel hook won the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's strongest punch.
Wow.
Yeah, ironically enough, because he was using a shovel his whole life, And so right now he's had some really bad negotiations with the UFC. He is currently trying to leave to do a super fight with Tyson Fury. Now they're talking about Deontay Wilder. Basically like a bare knuckle boxing rules, like BKFC, but with four ounce gloves.
It's gonna knock White out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if he really wants the money, they might pull up the fight though.
Yeah.
If he really wants the money, yeah.
So who do you think will win?
For me, I would go for Francis, man.
You think Francis will with those kind of rules?
Yeah, I would go for Francis because right now, Wilder is good, but he hasn't fully recovered from Andy Ruiz fight.
Oh, yeah.
No, was it Andy Ruiz? No, I was talking about Joshua. He hasn't really recovered from Tyson Fury fight.
Yeah, they fought like three
times.
Yeah.
You're right. And the last one was really, really bad for him. And if you watch Wilder's fight, after the last fight against Tyson Fury, he get emotional.
Right.
And you can't do that with Tyson Fury, bro.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't do that with Francis Ngannou.
Right, you gotta take your
be
time.
like ready to die.
Right, yeah.
Because if you watch the last fight, Easy Adesanya and Alex, that was like somebody's gonna die. It's not like nobody's ready
Right.
to be emotional. You understand? So when you need like a big fight, except probably wants to retire. So
Right.
if you still want to be number one, you can't be doing that. Because anytime
Sure.
you get emotional, like you know the way he's doing, you lose your power a little bit as
That's
a man.
right.
You know, I'm not saying you shouldn't get emotional, but you can't use this strategy to win all those heavy hitter like Ngannou, heavy hitter like Tyson Fury.
You have to be very level-headed. Yeah.
Trust me,
Yeah,
no matter
'cause
what happens, just you see how
going in,
Tyson
it's
Fury
like
he
you
likes people, but when he's fighting,
Right. It's like you go into a den with a bunch of bears and you're
Yeah.
crying when you walk in.
you get what I'm saying? You can't win. Like,
At least be
you-
quiet.
Yeah,
you know?
just be quiet.
Look like you're meant to be
Straight face.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, even with Anthony Joshua. Sorry for the digression. Anthony Joshua, his own was the opposite. The last fight he lost before the one he won. After the referee pronounced the other fighter
Yeah, with
winner,
Ruiz, right?
no,
Yeah,
no,
I know.
I can't. I think the Russian king.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't really happy. It was just like, like as a good boxer, even though you feel like you won, but after the referee announced that it's not you, what are you supposed to do, bro?
Like if they announced the wrong person, or
No, say,
oh, he thought he was gonna win, and
yeah.
So Anthony Joshua lost.
The last fight, he won the last fight, but the one before that, he lost one fight. I'm not 100% sure of the fight, but I saw the what's it called, the meme, right? So when the referee announced that the other guy, the Russian king, was the winner, he wasn't happy with it. It was like, come on, like just jumping, like going to the referee face,
Oh,
like
I got you. Like what?
like you know.
What did
I'm
you
like,
think? Who do you think won?
For now, to be honest with you, any fight that Joshua does after Andy Ruiz is being too cautious. So I can't give that to him.
Oh,
It's just
I
being
got
too, like.
I need to
it's
get
like-
caught up. That's
it's
the
like-
last
it's
time I
like-
saw him
it's
fight
like-
was against Ruiz.
It's like it's measuring, like, he doesn't want to go too much. He doesn't.
Right.
You have to free yourself.
Yeah.
It's like a public speaking, right?
Right.
You've had your
That's
script written
psychological.
down.
Yeah.
You can't go verbatim, like word for word.
That's
Because
right.
if you go word for word, people would know. So it's the same way when he fight, he's being too cautious.
That's right.
And that doesn't allow him to,
Right. And I think a lot
it
of
doesn't
that
allow him
is
to get into what they call flow.
That's
When
right.
you're working out, you start, you get to a point like you get blocked out and you like getting in. So that's
right.
what I see about Joshua. It's just being too.
right, because I mean I understand though that's psychological because Ruiz hits like a Mack truck, man. So I'm sure he got hit a couple times and he was like,
Yeah.
I want to stick and move
But
and
has
try to
that
stay on the
ever happened to you
outside, you know.
before?
Yeah, I mean that happens with anyone. You have a real bad loss or something like that. It's easy
How
for
do you
it
come back from
to
that,
kind of
though?
fester on you. You just gotta really just. I
Say,
mean,
fuck it.
Yeah, you just gotta say, screw it. You just gotta start. You gotta show up to the gym every day and push yourself that much harder because what you were doing before isn't working. You know, so you got to change it and move forward. You know, you don't want to stay doing the same things or the same mental stuff same mental preparation that made you fail the first time. You know, so you got to continue to build and grow. You know, whether it's boxing, MMA.
Let me ask you, be
football.
honest with me. Do you think Joshua is a dog? Like, do you
See,
think he got a
that's
dog
the
in him?
thing. Anthony Joshua
Let me give
is
you an
too
example.
good looking.
Tyson,
He's
right?
too good looking. He looks too
you
much
know
like
what
a
I mean by
bodybuilder.
dog, right? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
He looked like a model. He looks like a male model / bodybuilder, you know, and he makes
So can it
millions and millions of dollars.
do boxing?
Yeah, I don't think he has the motivation. I'm sure his life is probably just so good, you know. He's got so much money, you know. You can't be a fighter to that level like that. But I mean, he's also a specimen.
But look at Floyd though too. Floyd too looks like a murder, but he's still 50-0. He's still, you know.
He's got a crazy team behind him though, you know. He's got his own gym, biggest gym in the world, you know. No matter what, for the rest of his life, he's probably going to be training because of that gym and everything, you know. Just the culture he's around. His dad was a famous champion. He's the greatest boxer of all time. He probably will never quit, at least doing light sparring and mitts
Exhibition
and stuff.
fight?
Yeah.
So
whether he retires or not, he's always going to fight.
So where does Francis Ngannou go from here? Will you advise him to go back to UFC or just to continue with?
Definitely not. No, they're gonna try to scare him with negotiations. They're gonna make it seem like he's gonna lose value the longer he's away from the UFC.
That's what they're preaching now.
Stuff.
That's what they're saying on the internet.
No, it's not true.
His value is going down.
No, it's not true. All those people that are saying that have some kind of affiliation with the UFC.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to, and I mean, we've seen this kind of recently with recent events, you know, try to shame him, you know, into non-existence, you know. But it's not going to work like that, you know. As long as he stays level-headed and he pursues or looks for different avenues, if he can land a fight with Wilder or Fury, that kind of money is life-changing, you know.
Is it going to be a boxing fight or like a MMA?
It's going to be in between bare knuckle boxing rules. So they'll have UFC gloves on and basically be a boxing match, but they'll be I mean, this is the rules they were talking about before. Wilder may not agree to these terms.
I was about to say that.
Fury, this is what the negotiations between Fury and him. But I think Francis wants to get a fight with Wilder, then step up to Fury, because Fury's just a big problem for anyone.
But what if Wilder knock him out?
Knocks out Ngannou?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that could happen, you know. But the thing is bare knuckle boxing is a lot different than regular boxing. A lot of the stuff that works is different. You know, you can't, and a lot of boxers are used to covering up really well with the gloves. No matter how you cover up, you're still not completely covered up. So anyone can throw shots at any time and land them. You have to use your movement a lot more than your head movement and stuff like that. And bare knuckle, the clinching, you don't get separated in clinches. So if you know dirty boxing and stuff like that, and like, it's effective.
Back in the days, NBA, you know, you dug it out.
Yeah, the bare knuckle boxing, I think, and a lot of boxers, they fought for so long and used to the way that fights are broken up as soon as they grab onto each other. A lot of them have never clinched, they've never wrestled, never done Muay Thai, never done anything. So the clinching is so new to them, they don't know what to do, you know, and people can lay in hooks and stuff from that close range, body shots. Yeah, if you know, it's a real thing. The dirty boxing is just as important as knowing how to regular box, you know. And,
so what do you think about boxer, like a retired boxer coming back to UFC to land a fight?
I think it would be cool, but I mean, with that rule set, when you can take it to the ground and stuff, it's a way different thing, you know. So I think if you are a boxer and you want to come back and make some money and do something like a crossover, like bare knuckle, I think that's a fair medium. You know, it's like right in the middle, you know. I mean, Fury's crazy though. Tyson Fury was saying he would MMA fight with Ngannou, but no one wants to watch that. Everyone knows what would happen with that.
I tell you this, Fury's center of gravity is too high.
Yeah, he's like a T-Rex.
Yeah, he's too high. Because you need a low center of gravity so that people won't be able to, you know, grab you or slam you. The only thing I feel like it feels Fury is the boxing. Because you don't need too much center of gravity for boxing. Wrestling, you need like very low center of gravity for boxing. But for wrestling, for boxing, you don't need that.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video of Shaquille O'Neal and Francis Ngannou wrestling around.
No.
Yeah,
It's like a rough play?
Yeah, Francis
Okay.
picks up Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, crazy. Yeah,
Oh, you
if he can
serious?
do that, then yeah, he would ragdoll Tyson
Yeah.
Fury. You know.
He picks him up?
Yeah, he picks him up.
I'm going to go look that up.
It's pretty
I'm gonna go-
funny.
I'm
And
gonna look
Shaquille
that up.
O'Neal, he
That's
said if he
crazy.
would have tried that, I would have elbowed him on the head or
That's
something like
crazy. That's crazy. What are you thinking
Yeah.
about all these YouTubers, turning boxers, man? Jake Paul, Logan Paul,
Yeah.
KSI.
I mean, I think it's good. They're actually helping
You actually
the
look
fighters
like-
a
you look
lot
like
for
one
the
of the-
fighter rights. A lot of people are splitting
You
off.
look
from
like
the
one of those Logans, man.
One of the what?
Logans, Jake Paul, Paul Logan, or you look like one of
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you look like one of those Pauls, man.
Yeah.
You know Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
You know Logan Paul too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're real talented, athletic kids, and they got a lot of money. I mean, who am I to hate on what they're doing, And they're helping a lot of the fighters, a lot of the UFC guys,
Yeah.
they're talking crap about them and stuff, but they're getting more eyes on the sport.
Honestly,
And they're talking about the rights, the fighter rights
Honestly,
and stuff
bro,
like that. It's
before-
something they've all neglected to do.
Before, I thought maybe they were just fooling around.
Right.
The last fight against Tyson Fury's brother, that was when I knew that
For real.
they can fight, man.
Yeah.
Jokes fight. If some of these boxers, if they don't take care, all those Logan, Jake, they could knock them out.
Oh yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
could knock them out because they train like
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
really,
they
like
are.
really, really good.
Think about that though. They got millions and millions and millions of dollars. They're living in LA. Their job
It's
is
not
to make
about money.
content. They just make content.
I tell you this, it's not about
That's their
money.
full-time job,
The
yeah.
more money you get, the more relaxed you are. It's all
That's
about
right.
how you want it.
That's
It's all
right.
about you see all these I don't want to use rappers. Let me use NBA players, man. You see how LeBron is? The same way he started, it's still the same way because he really won it.
Right.
And you see some people, they will get drafted maybe 1-2 years after. It's just they got money. It's just even they work out.
That's right.
Yeah, they're working out. People start getting money. They can't work out. It's
Right.
not about money. Some people just want it. Like Floyd now, like you said, no matter what, Floyd is still gonna be going to the gym. He's still gonna be working out, and he's still gonna be doing all those exhibition fights.
That's right.
It's not like, oh, I got money. No, if they got money, they could have put their money into something else. Now boxing, because
That's right.
boxing is deadly too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And to wrap up the show today, so where do you see Ngannou and Randy Couture in the next 5 years? I don't want to sound cliche, but like, do you think what they're doing is gonna work
Oh yeah, I do.
think so?
If they, as long as they don't give
against
up.
Dana White?
Yeah. As long as Francis doesn't give up, he doesn't give in to all the BS. It's gonna
But
be
he's getting old.
flowing. Yeah, he's got a lot of.
He's getting old. Just go to UFC for me. I'd be like, just go to UFC and rack up your dollar bill and do something else.
Right. If I was him, I would just go for it. Just even if he loses to Wilder or Fury in a bare knuckle boxing fight, he's gonna make like $100 million either way, and
$100
that his
million?
value at that point, he's made enough money to where the money doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So he can
So
negotiate with
if
them however he wants. It don't matter what the numbers
Who's
are.
gonna be the
all
A
the
side
other
if he's
variables.
gonna make $100 million against, let's say, against Wilder? Who is gonna be the A side if you said?
Ngannou and Wilder,
Yeah, who is gonna be the A side?
probably Wilder.
So if Wilder is the A side, how much is Wilder gonna make? If Ngannou is gonna make $100 million, that's Wilder's money.
Probably
right
like
there.
150 million. That's what I would think. I think it'd probably be like 130 million to 80 million. I think Ngannou would make like 80 million,
Okay,
something like that.
that makes sense.
Fury would be more money, but
That's
if
a cash cow, man.
if he loses that fight right out the
United
gate,
Kingdom, they're going all out, man. And they travels, man.
That's
They travel
right.
for fight. It could be in their own country or somewhere else. They travel. They go in convoy, man, bro. Yeah.
that's right.
So to finish up, just wrap up the show today, Mason, just wrap it up, man.
Thank you guys so much. We'll be back. We'll make an episode probably here in the next couple of days, and we'll figure out something else interesting to talk about for you guys. Hope you learned a lot about the backside of the business side of MMA and modern combat sports. And we'll see you next time. Thank you guys.
All right, my boy.
Yeah. Oh.